Issue 20, Combat Patrol. Say your prayers, or the chaplain on the bike will get you. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be doing issue 20 of Hachette Collection's Warhammer 40k Combat Patrol. Now this one comes with a Space Marine chaplain on a bike. Now it's a very interesting issue, mainly for the model. It doesn't give you too much lore in this issue. Of course, it gives you the how to build and how to paint, but as you can see now, there is 4 pages to the build guide. So if you're still new to the whole Warhammer hobby, be a little bit slow and careful with this one, because it is slightly more complex than some of the ones you've already gotten, but also a really nice model. So it's well worth kind of taking it nice and slow and taking care of this one, because if you do it slowly and carefully, you will have something really nice and something that looks fantastic on your tabletop. You have here the how to paint guide. Again, it goes into a lot of detail because you have, to be honest, quite a few paints now built up at this stage, so you can kind of get them up to a good tabletop standard with the paints that you have. It also gives you, of course, the stats. So, of course, you have the D6 gaming table giving you what kind of characteristic that the chaplain will have in terms of whether he's good for recruiting Space Marines, knows many ancient battle songs, or he records the deeds of his brethren. So just, it helps you to kind of personalize your Space Marine chaplain on a bike a little bit more. You have here the data sheet. So of course he has a movement of 12, toughness of 5, saving rolls of 3 or 4, wounds of 5, and a leader characteristic of 5+. He's range weapons, and of course he has a melee weapon, both of which either hit on +2s or +3s and do 2 damage. So if he hits you, you'll know it. You have here, of course, just the kind of the different aspects of the. So he's fast, he's independent, and he lacks synergy. So he's a bit of a loner. Now, of course, you have the scenario 16 written down again with all the cool bits and pieces in which the Space Marine bike chaplain is playing a large part in kind of running down the Tyranids and trying to block them off. So, of course, the whole thing is hate the Xeno, slay the Xeno, end the Xeno. The Space Marine chaplains, of course, are the Space Marines are fanatics, but these guys would be the fanatics of the fanatics, with an extra bit of fanaticism thrown in for a little bit of good measure. Now, the actual model itself, I have to say, is fantastic. I had a great time putting this one together because it just looks awesome. You have here, of course, the book, the prayer book, pretty much chained to the top of the bike. You have a natural base that comes with the actual bike, and it's just a big, beefy, scary looking machine. He's got his melee weapon here. I opted to go for a kind of a silver look instead of a gold, but that's completely up to yourself. But again, he's dotted with purity seals on either side of him, basically on both shoulders. So his fanaticism and faith is that much. The bike builds up in layers, so you have kind of the shield that goes on the outside of the bike, and then you have the book that goes on top of that. So there's a lot of little bitty pieces to put together. But nevertheless, I think it's a class-looking model. And if you already have some Space Marine bikers, this would be a fantastic little model to kind of put in with it. It wasn't hard to assemble, but there is a lot of pieces to it. So if you are new to it, do go a little bit slowly. But again, there's lots of cool little things, like here, just a skull here in the back seat for no other reason than it's just here on the back seat. He's also not in flight, so as you can see, he has a foot on the ground here. So basically he's rallying the troops, maybe as the bikers, as they speed past him going into glory. And what I really like here as well, his little keychain has a skull on the side of it, along with the usual kind of dogmatic iconography that the Imperium loves so well. But yeah, a really cool little model. One I had a lot of fun painting and a lot of fun assembling, and one I quite like. I think now that among my bikers he would stand out quite well, and because he's a chaplain, he has a unique look, so you can kind of fit him into any chapter that you want. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was issue 20 of Hachette Collection's Combat Patrol. As always, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, this is Sean, signing off.